Love is the most powerful term in our life. Love is the most familiar term in our life. Love is known by everybody, but love is not definable by everybody. To define love is a very difficult task. How to define love? It's quite impossible because it is multitudes in its expression, in its form. It is so vast in its stature. It's so penetrative in its nature. It is so wide in its spaciousness. Love is a term which makes our life more beautiful. Love makes us happy. Love is the reason why some people live for. Love is opposite to violence. Love makes our world more livable. Love is the only reason to ascertain, to assure peace on earth. Love is the term associated with God. Love is the term associated with heaven. Love is the subject matter of the great writers. Love is the subject matter of the great artists and musicians. Love is the only thing which has no substitute on earth. Love is that thing which if we get, we don't need anything else. Love supersedes everything. Love is the most powerful thing that people are running for. Even some animals have also love in their heart. Love is the reason for great words. Love is the reason of the subject matter of great epics. Love is the reason for living of a very humble person. Love is the reason for living of a great warrior, a great emperor, a great king. Love makes us very simple. Love makes us very proud, and love makes us live an enjoyable life. Love makes a smile to us. Love brings a smile to our mind. Love brings shiny situation of our existence. Love brings everybody together, and love is that feeling which will never die. But what is Platonic love? Platonic love is a love not sexual. Platonic love is a love that is associated with heaven. Platonic love is associated with God. Acquisition of God's association is Platonic love. Platonic love is not that love which centers around a single human body. When we go beyond that, when we transcend the petty desire of our mind, our sensuousness, our sexual feeling, our desire, and through the ladder of love, when we proceed from the lowest rung to the further rungs, and we reach to the highest rung of that ladder, we reach to a contemplation where there will be no thinking of human body, and that is Platonic love. In Plato's Symposium, a writing of Plato, In Plato's Symposium, there is a dialogue between Diotima, ancient prophetess, Greek prophetess, and Socrates regarding this Platonic love. And Platonic love is a subject matter of great poets. In Spencer Immorality, we find the propagation of this feeling, Platonic love. In Shelley's Epipsychidion, he also supported this feeling of Platonic love. But Byron thought it to be confounded fantasies, and he thought it that this may lead to some greater sin than all the array of the poets and romancers. So Platonic love is unintelligible, is likely to be unintelligible by most of the people who go through a feeling of love almost all the time, but they don't know what Platonic love is. Platonic love is not supported by great poets also, but to some great poets, Platonic love is there. And Plato, he did not clarify it. He did not clarify this term, but this term is closely linked to his name, the great philosopher Plato. And from his writing the Symposium, this term has come into existence. And love in the common sense is a love arising out of our attraction to the opposite sex. It's carnal, it's physical, it's animal love. But Platonic love is beyond that. It transcends the desire, and it transcends the common feeling of physical attraction, and it reaches to the level of divinity. Our contemplation to the divine, our desire to be united with God is divine love. It is Platonic love. And in Bengali literature also, the love between Radha and Krishna is not to be interpreted in respect of our common carnal and sexual and sensuous and animal feelings of love. It is more than that. It is beyond that. And it's Platonic love. It has to be exercised in the depth of our mind, that we, the human beings, have come on this earth not only to enjoy ourselves with the opposite sexes. Ours have another object on this earth, that is our union with God. That is our acquisition of ultimate and absolute beauty. And that absolute and pure and simple and accurate beauty comes only from Platonic love. If we can love, giving the importance on mind and leaving aside the sexual side of the opposite sex, the partner, it is that we are proceeding to the feeling of that contemplation, to the stage of that contemplation where we will feel the Platonic love. And Platonic love is always lofty. Platonic love is always there to lead us to virtue, while the pregnancy of body leads us to tragedy, the pregnancy of soul leads us to virtue. And we want to be virtuous in the sense that we will feel the communion with God, communion with heaven, and communion with absolute truth, absolute beauty, and absolute love, where we will cease to be that which we actually are. We will forget ourselves and we will cease to be ourselves. We will reach to that self, and Platonic love will be in us, that will pervade all our feelings and existence. And Platonic love is sometimes a controversial topic because it is sometimes brought to this level of common friendship. Common friendship is that where we have our common purposes of enjoyment in talking, common purpose of enjoyment, our pastime, but not associated with our sexuality, etc. So it is our common friendship, but Platonic love is not that. Platonic love is not that common friendship that we build among ourselves. Platonic love is aiming to reach to the level of godliness, to the feeling and desire to touch the loftiness of God, heaven, and beauty. And it's not that only common safeguard in our common friendship. We should not judge Platonic love in perspective of our common friendship. It is more than that. And Platonic love will continue to be the subject matter of the great painters, the great writers, great poets. However, it will be out of the periphery of the contemplation of common people.